Hello everyone, James Marcum with another biblical prescription for life. Today I want to talk to you about a way to improve your endothelium, lower your risk of cardiovascular disease, maybe detox the entire body. And this is something you can eat, not too hard to make, and it's called beets. So I'm going to talk to you today about beet or beetroot, but before we do that, I want to share a biblical prescription, and that's Philippians 4, verse 8, a very beautiful text. Finally, brethren, whatever things are true, whatever things are noble, whatever things are just, whatever things are pure, whatever things are lovely, whatever things of good report, if there is any virtue, and if there is anything praiseworthy, meditate on these things. Well, that's a great verse which tells us what we think is important. And what we put in our brains is important, but also what we put in our bodies is important as well. And that's what I want to talk today about, something that you might want to consider to adding to your healthy regimen, and that's beets. Beetroot, it grows under the ground. What I think it helps most for is, I've talked about this before, that lining that goes around all blood vessels throughout the body is called the endothelium. And this endothelium is very important because how it's regulated determines what gets in and out of the body, so it helps with metabolism, getting rid of waste. But damage to this lining also contributes to atherosclerosis and heart disease, which is one of the leading causes of death in the world. So anything that we can do to help this vessel do well, the endothelium, is important. We've talked in other videos about we don't want to damage it from cigarette smoking and high blood pressure and diabetes and those type of things. But are there things that we can eat that actually helps this function? And the answer is a big yes. So we want to eat the beet. Pretty cool rhyme, huh? Eat the beet. What beets do is beets are one of the best sources of nitrates. And nitrates are converted in the body to eventually called nitric oxide, which is a gas, which helps this endothelium throughout the body function better. A lot of people take greens or things with L-arginine. These are the precursors to nitric oxide. But nitric oxide is one of the best chemicals. And what it does is it makes the arteries bigger. It helps regulate this lining called the endothelium. It can help lower blood pressure. It helps many other functions of the endothelium do better. So in cardiovascular treatment, I think beets are a key to add to your regimen of treatment as well as prevention, because everyone needs a healthier endothelium. But beets do a lot of other good things too. Beets have vitamin C, which helps the skin. It has a lot of vitamins and minerals. It even can help detoxify your body. So I want to show you a simple, practical way to eat beets, okay? Right here is a beetroot. It grows under the ground, and there's many ways you can eat this beetroot. So what I've been doing, this works pretty well. Of course, you can boil a beet, you can cook a beet, you can do lots of things to the beet. But here's one thing that I've been doing. So I take my beet and I cut it in two. This is not too hard to do, and you can get beets at most stores. So I take a slice of the beet, and the beetroots have been around for a long time. I take a slice of that, and you can cut it some more. And what I've been doing is I make a smoothie, and I put the beets in a smoothie with some healthy plant-based protein and maybe some almond milk and some flax. Add some beets and berries with it, and you have a very nutritious, endothelial happy, antioxidant happy, high rich protein, filled with lots of good things that you can make. And I just put it in my blender and blend it up. Now, another thing that you can do that's not too hard is, especially if you have heart disease, if you want to help lower your blood pressure, make the endothelium, is just eat it. And I just stick it in my mouth. It's a little crunchy, but when we do that, I help my endothelium, I lower my blood pressure, and perhaps prevent from having that in my arteries and needing lots of medicines and procedures and pills. So this is a good thing that I think you should put into your body. Put those good things in your body to help the body do better, especially the endothelium. So I want you to eat the beet and think of it as a medicine. And it does so many good things to help you do well. Now, I still got to chew up this, but before I finish chewing it, I want to go back to the words that we had in Scripture. Finally, brethren, things that are true, noble, all those lovely things. The verse says, think on these things. So we want to meditate and think about biblical prescriptions. So what we put into our brain matters, the way we think, the way we act, and it also matters what we put into our bodies. So I want you to think about putting some beets in your body today. Either eat them raw, they're probably with the peel on, or if you want, you can grind them up and put them in a smoothie. Lots of ways to eat it, but I want today to be a day that you add beets to your life. So please share this with your friends and neighbors. They might want to know how important beets are. I'd rather take a beet than a medicine any day. I'm Dr. James Marcum, and I hope to be back soon. And please share this with your friends and neighbors with another biblical prescription for life.